It was championship leaders and defending ADAC GT champions Mikael Ammermuller and Matteo Jaminet who led the way home to win race 3 of the series for the ADAC GT Masters at the Red Bull Ring. It was Nick Yellowly though who stepped off pole position to lead the way into turn 1, but Mikael Ammermuller and Raffaele Marciello were fighting hard over second place, but Nick Yellowly had a problem. He had run wide into the gravel trap and had damaged his Schubert Racing BMW. You can see a replay there, and that forced him into the pit lane and subsequently to retire from the race. You can see Nick Yellowly was very frustrated about it. Meanwhile, Thomas Preining and Mirko Bortolotti were going head to head for third place. First Bortolotti in front, then Preining, and then Bortolotti, then Preining again. This was a battle that was going to go on. After the pit stop window had closed, Maxi Buch was in the lead, but here come Matteo Jaminet, who had taken over from Mikael Ammermuller, and he took over the lead of the race from Maxi Buch as well. The Callaway's competition Corvette, being driven by Marvin Kirchhofer, watched as he saw Albert Costa Balboa and Maxi Buch going head to head. Maxi Buch falling backwards, and eventually Kirchhofer would also take over from Maxi Buch. Albert Costa Balboa was up into second place, and you could see the view from the Callaway's competition Corvette. But it was Matteo Jaminet who led the way out of the final corner, winning for the second time in 3 races for the SSR Performance team. Mikael Ammermuller was delighted. Race 2 for the ADAC GT Masters at the Red Bull Ring got off to a dramatic start as Mauro Engel is launched into the fence. A heavy impact for the TalkSport WRT Mercedes, bringing out a red flag for the fence to be repaired. You can see it was quite an impact for Mauro Engel. When the race did finally get going, it was Marvin Kirchhofer in the Callaway's competition Corvette who led the way from Dennis Marshall. Dries Vanthoor was making great progress up to 6th place and moving forwards on the outside of Klaus Bachler. Albert Costa Balboa was also getting involved in the GRT Grasser Lamborghini, but Dries Vanthoor, a move on the inside of Klaus Bachler, sees the Precoat Herberth Porsche going spinning into the gravel trap, and his afternoon is over. Vanthoor earning a drive-through penalty for his efforts. Albert Costa Balboa also had a bit of an excursion into the gravel trap. After the mandatory pit stop, it was Mirko Bortolotti who took over the wheel of that Lamborghini, and he continued to fight, this time with Raffaele Marciello, who'd taken over from Maxi Buch. This was the fight for 5th place. Mikael Ammermuller coming through the field, the championship leader, going head to head with Mirko Bortolotti and Nick Yellowly in a GRT Grasser Lamborghini sandwich. This was the fight for 3rd place, the final podium position. It was quite a battle, but eventually Nick Yellowly comes out on top, relegating both of the Lamborghinis. At the front though, it was Jeffrey Schmidt who had taken over the Corvette to win the race, closing in on championship leaders Matteo Jaminet and Mikael Ammermuller.